Hey guys, what's going on? Today I kind of have a, I guess, classic kind of story time commentary for you. And I was in a live stream and someone asked some sort of question that it just reminded me that there's been many moments in my life where I've done something thinking I can do it, usually of the extreme variety, when I really can't. And I wanted to talk about some stories because you guys always ask me for story time. I always get a lot of messages about that. So I have a story time for you. And of course, I would love if you guys share your stories in the comment section below. But let's get started so that you can kind of understand a little bit more what I'm saying. So there was this one moment when I was, I think I want to say 15 or 16, and I was riding my bicycle to my friend's house. And in the street, it was in a subdivision, and in the street there were a bunch of, neighborhood boys who had a ramp, and they were jumping off the ramp with their bicycles. And of course, I thought, that looks fun. I think I can do that. It looks pretty simple. And so I went for one, and I went for a jump, and everyone's cheering me on. And I did it, and it was fun, and it was great. And so I was like, you know what? I want to do it again. That was so much fun. It looked cool. Here I go. And this time I wanted to get a bigger jump. Like, I just felt like I could get a huge jump, and it would be awesome. Everyone would cheer me on. And, I started pedaling as fast as I could. And you know what? As soon as I hit the ramp, it moved a little bit, and I went flying off the bicycle. And this was like the street we were on was like asphalt, kind of very rocky too. So there was a lot of opportunities to get like skinned, if you know what I mean. Like, when you scrape against asphalt and it just kind of skins you, it's like a burn almost. Yeah. And, well, how I ended up landing was like, you could kind of picture it like Superman would be flying. That's how I was landing and sliding across the road. And, like I said, I was a 15 or 16-year-old girl. I don't quite remember. And 15, 16-year-old girls have went through puberty. So I had some, boobies. And if you picture how I'm flying like Superman, you know what's the first thing that's going to get hit? Either my hands, which did. So I broke the fall mostly with my hands, and I had long nails at the time. I like to keep my nails long. And those got scraped up, like gross, scraped up. My hands got scraped up. But so did my boobs. And, of course, my knees also took some damage. And it was horrible, just like that. I was one away from my warthog, and I accidentally dolphin dived off the side of the map. That's a bitch. There's no other way to explain it. But, I really scraped myself up, and it sucked. It sucked so much. And, not only did I scrape myself up, but I, fell in front of everyone, so it's kind of embarrassing, especially when you're a teenager. And, there's just other moments where I thought, like, in my head, I just thought, you know what, I can do that. I can do this. And I couldn't. Another moment that comes to mind is I was rollerblading. I was camping with family, and I would rollerblade around the campground. They had paved little roads that you could, drive on, or bike or rollerblade, whatever you really wanted to do. And there was this one hill, and this hill looked like it would be so fun to just rollerblade down. And it was steep. It was a super steep hill in the middle of a forest, so there's sticks all over the road. And, in this particular case, I was like 9 or 8. I was much younger. But in my head, I was like this, I couldn't be stopped. Like, I was the master rollerblader. I was like, I can do jumps on my rollerblades. There's no way this hill will take me out. And, yeah, I ate it. I ate it. And, sure enough, I was going down the hill, picked up a bunch of speed, and I didn't really know how to stop with rollerblades. Like, you guys know how rollerblades work. They kind of stop weird. Like, it's an uncomfortable feeling to kind of lean back and use the brakes. And I wasn't an expert rollerblader by any means when I was 8. And just completely skinned a bunch of things, mostly my knee. And, I had to walk back holding my rollerblades because I don't know, I just couldn't rollerblade back. And just slowly walk back to, where our camper was set up, and my aunt had to fix me up. It's things like that it's like, the moral of these stories is, don't always think you're a superhero, because chances are you're not. You're not a superhero. And so if you're ever in that position where you're like, I think I can do this extreme challenge, just really think about it. Think about if you're ready or not to face the challenge. So I know everyone has stories like this, so I would love to hear, what is something you guys have done that was just not a good decision in the long run? You thought you were Superman, but you weren't.